What up YouTube, how you doing? It's me, your favourite today. It is Monday the 12th. Hope you're right. I was going to go on a bit of a rant. Again, I'm doing that chat up line thing, so it's just somewhere to lean. I went for my first run. It wasn't a run. This morning, about a year. I don't know if I even mentioned this, because it would have been last year and I wasn't really vlogging last year. I thought I'd fractured my ankle. I fell over on the front garden. Literally just, I've got a dodgy ankle, I've got a dodgy foot. The way I walk is dodgy. I'm going to have hip problems when I'm older, if I get there. But I kind of stepped out the car and then just fell on my arse. But my ankle just went completely under me. And then when I went to A&E, the lady there showed me like a fine fracture and said that I fractured it, so I ended up in a cast for like about 2 weeks, and then I went to the fracture clinic and they went, no, you haven't got a fracture, don't worry about it. Okay, I just walked around in this boot and crutches like a moron for the last 2 weeks. It was just bruised. I haven't really had any issues with it since. Well, no, that's a lie. I've had issues with it trying to run, and then I've kind of left it now. God, it would have been about a year. Would have been about July time. I've left it. I won't running on it today, it's fine. I've had a few little jogs every now and then just to check, but I went on my first like 5k today. So it hasn't been fixed. I went on my first 5k today. It was dire. It was horrible. Horrible. So yeah, and then I've had a thing with a customer. I've gone on that on a video, on my sales video for this week. If you want to know, a rant about a customer. But that's still today, so that hasn't been resolved. But yeah, car boot haul. This is all from the car boot yesterday. I'll say. Kind of picked up the few last bits on the last walk around. I think I'd already found the wife saying, can you pick me up? And I'm going to come and pick me up at the car boot because she's got to line up. There's a housing estate round the corner. So I'll just, pick up my stuff, go for a walk, and I'll say, pick me up on the housing estate. But between like the 10, I think it was like 10-15 minutes it takes to get to the car boot, I picked up quite a few other bits. So it's all right. Let's have a look. So I spent, including taxis and donuts. Shall I take away donuts? I'll take away donuts. Including taxis, I spent 45 quid. And so out of 45, I've got to do math. Should have added this up before. 75, 160, 155, 185, 90. So, give me a sec. 215, 230, 237, thereabouts. Should we go with two? I'll go with 230 just to be safe. So about 230 quid out of 45. That's what I want to get. Whether I'll get that or not, I don't know. I had a few new subscribers this week as well. I have lost some subscribers since sorry, it's a bit dodgy. Since I've been back, completely understand. But a couple added on over the weekend, so au revoir. Right, I'll go through the little bits first. So I've got a couple of toys. So there's only 10 items in total, so this won't take too long. None of it's clothing. I hate this. Is shoes clothing? I know it's under the category of clothing, but I don't really count shoes. I've got some shoes, but I've got nothing where you put it over your head or put it on as a jacket or a dress or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? People who've been watching me for a long time mentioned this in a sales video actually today. I sold a Ben 10 figure. Picked up a watch. I haven't picked up one of these watches for a long time. Doing some research on this. This isn't worth anything. Anyway, but it cost me £1. It's seven quid. See, is that working? No. This is like a projector one. I think it's Projector Illuminata or something. You can see the light there. You put discs in there, and then you can shine. Let me do it there. See it there? There. You put discs in there of the Ben 10 characters, and it'll shine the Ben 10 characters on there. And if you haven't been watching my vlog for a long time, if you've been watching it recently, and I bought a lot of badges over the past few years, I have this issue. I'm trying to get out of it, and I am getting out of it, guys. Still got some badges left over that I've got to list, so I'll get them listed. But what happens is when I first started doing reselling, I picked up like a load of Ben 10 stuff from a car boot, and it sold well. So, because I'm an idiot, I brought all the Ben 10 from here to France. But job lots of it, loads of it. I don't know why, but I was known for selling Ben 10 when I first started doing reselling. Literally all I sold was Ben 10 because I just bought a load of it. But anyway, this is one of the watches. I'm not sure what year it's from. It's like early 2000s. But yeah, about £7. But when researching this, it made me realise how much the other Ben 10 watches, there's loads of them. There's loads of different versions of the Ben 10 watches. They all look like that, kind of toy watch, green and black. Some of them are worth like 30, 40 quid. You've got to be lucky to get them. But there's loads of different versions of them. This is the cheapest one. So I found the cheapest one on Sunday. But yeah, it was a quid. It's going for £7. Next, this is like the third Dr. Octopus. No, it's not. I've relisted one recently that I've had listed for ages, and then I think I've got another one. How many I've got listed? 3 or 4. But this one's from 2012. Cost me a quid. 7. So not that much in it. Light shade. No. I'll show you this one first. Picked this one up. It was on a stall. Everything's £1. And then I went, how much is this, mate? And he was like, everything's £1. And he looked really annoyed. Like, I wasn't the first person who went, how much is this? When he's got a big sign saying actually, it didn't say, it said anything's £1. Should have said everything. Now I'm thinking about it. It said ANY thing. Confusing sign, that's why I asked. And I picked up this framed picture. It only cost me a quid. I'll read it to you. If I was really good at editing, I'd put some soppy music over it. But the thing is, I could, but I won't do it. I'll forget. Love is a gift of one's innermost soul, so both can be whole. I'll say it again. Love is a gift of one's innermost soul, so both can be whole. It's a quote from Buddha, guys. Quote from Buddha. So I found a picture, saw it said I had a quote with Buddha on, but no, how much is it? About £7. So quid, 7. Got a light shade. I walked past this a couple of times and I wasn't sure about picking it up, and I thought, sorry, thought I'd at least get 20. It cost me 3, I think. Yeah, so it cost me 3. I've had one like this before. It's kind of a rose pattern on it. It sold for 20 quid. It's hard to gauge a price. I was looking it up and there was a lot of these like these, but I think them smaller, which they were saying they were replacement chandelier shades. So I think this is too big to be a chandelier shade. But it's malted, as you can see. It's a word I learnt off Josh the other day. Thanks, Josh. But yeah, it cost me 3, about 25 on that one. I'll show you the shoes. I always pick up hotter shoes. If I can get them for a 5 or less, I'll pick them up, just for an example of these right now. So these are only a quid. The guy, I bought a lamp as well. We had a bit of banter. The guy's wife, I'd spoke to her previously about a lamp, and then I went back to the store and bought these. and I asked him how much he wanted for him, and she went, "Oh, she's gone. So even if she wanted a tenner for him, you can have them for £1, mate." I was like, "Go on then." So I took them for £1. Now, I'm not an expert. There's a load of different Hotter shoes, but I will pick up Hotter shoes, as I said, if there are 5 or less. Some of them go for a tenner, some of them go for 15. But then you might find some of these, like these, Hotter Donna. I don't think I've had these before, or I might have, I'm not sure. But Hotter Donna, £1, 35 quid on them. So it's always worth. I'll pick up Hotter ones, even if I think I'm only going to get a £5 profit, because I can't remember It's the same as it's the same as anything really. Sketches, stuff like that. I can't remember all the names for them. Just haven't got the brain power. But yeah, Hotter Donna, £1, 35. And then the other lamp that I brought, we had a bit of banter about this, was this beaded lamp. It's got a red light in it. So the guy went, "It's got a red light in it, but you know, you can change it." And I was like, "Hey, don't worry, I'll put it on and I'll put it in the front room." That's a hint of prostitution, guys. Bants. And then he said, "Yeah, we had it in our front room as well." And we all giggled and laughed, and it was a good time. But yeah, got this because it's got beads on, basically. I was watching a Lex video the other day, and she was saying that seed beads are in. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a euphemism, but yeah, seed beads are in apparently. But this cost me £5. I put £5, but I haven't been very good at logging the prices. I put like, I think I might have paid £3 for this, but I'm not sure. But I paid £5. So we paid £5. About 20. I'm gonna go for 25. Sorry, there's not another one like it really. I'll go for 25. Well, sold wise. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this one. Man, used to pick up these all the time back in the day. They used to go for alright money. This one's only about 25 quid. Needs a bit of a clean. But again, what's silver plated? EP zinc silver plated. But yeah. Yeah, these used to go for a lot of money back in the day. But not that much now. About 25 if I'm lucky, I think. Yeah, 25, that cost me 3. 3 more things. I'll show you this one. A Tiffany light shade. I always tell it's Tiffany with that kind of glass. But 40 quid, I'll go for that one. This cost me £5. I've had one like this before, which actually sold on auction straight away. So it sold, it was on auction for 40, someone paid outright for it. It doesn't look like it's got any damage to it. I'm gonna be careful there, yeah. 40 quid. I'll go for 40 quid on that one. That one cost me £5. This one was a punt. I just liked the look of it, and I'd relisted something that was in the Loft, the musical jewellery box from ages ago. But I like the look of it. It's got like a, you know, Japanese thingy on there, and then when you open it, let's get slow. Give me a sec. Imagine this with a dope hip hop remix or garage. Yeah. And there's a crack in one of the mirrors there, unfortunately, as you can see. It's not glass, it's not cut there. Sure. But yeah, this cost me £5. Not a lot of, not that much money in a minute. About 25 if I'm lucky, but I'll go for 25. But I just thought it looked nice. It's vintage, and it's got like the artist's name underneath, Angel, by the looks of it. Number A-219. Don't know if that means anything. Yeah, that was cool. And then the last one, which actually is a pain in the arse to pick up. Update. I've got to go to the dentist. The NHS dentist won't take me, so I've got to pay private. So, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I've got to do it. I hate the dentist. They were made by Hitler. I can't do it. And then the last thing I got, this was literally the last thing I got when I was walking out, was this vintage typewriter. So I'm going to get on a bit there. It smells old. It's a made in France Bucourt script typewriter. So that cost me £8. It's got a bit of wear. You can tell it pongs a bit. I don't know. The problem is, so I can take it out that case, but it's glued, by the looks of it, to some kind of wooden base. So I might just get rid of the case, because the case just, I think it's the case that sinks. Yeah, I might just get rid of the case, because it's not in the best condition. Ooh, yeah, I might just get rid of the case. But yeah, that cost £40. The one that I saw, there's only one of them listed in the UK, and they're going for 100. But when you look it up, they've gone for about like 40, 45 quid, and there's one that's in the same kind of condition as that, you know, old looking, that's gone for 40, so I'll shoot for 40. So yeah, that was my haul. I've just noticed I look a bit Donald Trump-esque. You know, orange with looking like I've put the tanning goggles on. It's not. I was wearing sunglasses yesterday. We had a barbecue, so yeah. I'm not trying to be Donald Trump, you know. Even though, like, I'm the best reseller ever was. Nobody does reselling like Trump. Nobody does YouTube like Trump. Nobody. I think that's all right. I think that's a good impression. But yeah. That was, yeah, £8 into 4. So yeah, that was my car boot haul. It's all right. I've been trying to get all my photos done. Like, say I got this today, trying to get my photos done by the end of today. But it's put me back on like my postage. I need to put my postage off all the time. Like, I know it's not the most professional thing to do, but I'll be lying if a few things didn't end up going first class, because I just couldn't be bothered to go to the post office that day. But I need to go to the post office today, because I did that on Friday. Anyway, so I need to get my postage done. So I don't think I'm going to get the photos done today, because I like to use this room. It's in Liam's kind of part of the house. And if you're in and out of here, even if you want to come and use the toilet, what are you doing? What are you in my room for? Why are you coming in my room? So I'll try and not use it when he's here. But anyway, so that's just, I don't know what I'm telling you. Like, peace out. Stay safe, stay beautiful. And I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.